Okay, so welcome to episode 120 of the Cat Lady podcast. Will be a little different today. A lot of things going on. We're trying to make it quick because I don't have a computer to do any editing. So hopefully I don't forget anything. But if I do, I do because we're just doing this. I'm also recording on my iPad instead of my iPhone because I have lots of troubles with my phone. It's an older model, needs to be updated, and it doesn't have any space on it. So I wanted to do a YouTube live, but I am not allowed to do a YouTube live on a mobile device with my current status. So that's that. So anyways, I have notes. So welcome. My name is Andrea, also known as Cat Lady. That's 2 T's. CATT stands for Craft All the Things. Thank you for joining me. If you are a new viewer, thank you so much. If you like what you see, please subscribe and share. You can find me on Instagram as the Cat Lady, and that's where I do most of my posting. I also have a Facebook. I also have a Facebook group, the Cat Lady Podcast, or the Cat Lady. I think it was the Cat Lady Podcast. Now it's the Cat Lady. So you can go over to Facebook. Usually I just cross post everything from Instagram onto Facebook. A lot of things going on today. My hair is kind of bothering me. So anyways, if you are a returning viewer, thanks so much for constantly coming back and putting up with my antics, so I appreciate it. I am recording from Michigan, and it is a very hot day today, and it's supposed to be hot all week. Yesterday was the first day of fall, yet all of a sudden it's now 80 degrees, so here we are. But that's okay. I will take a few more warm days while we get them, and even though I am kind of now looking forward to the cooler weather. We had a few days that were really cool. I pulled out my hoodies, I got my hats, and I was kind of excited. Now it's like, can't do that right now. You can also find me on Ravelry as the Cat Lady. I have a couple patterns published over there, so go check those out. I have a shawl and some fingerless mitts. And the mitts, I'm going to relaunch, sort of. You know, they're up there, they're available at any time, but I think I want to make another sample and talk about them some more because now it's the season we can actually wear them. Because I launched them in the middle of the summer where it was like, nobody can wear mitts. So, and so on to podcast news. I have a knit along I'm wrapping up, make along, craft along, whatever you want to call it. The Cat Lady Summer of Socks just wrapped up. It ran from the first day of summer through the last day of summer, so beginning of fall. So I closed the thread and I drew winner, and the winner was number 42, which kind of made me chuckle because that's the meaning of life. So I was kind of excited to pick number 42. So the winner is MFHALL, MF Hall 259. Please contact me within the week, or within a week and a half. Probably. I mean, I try to record every 2 weeks. Doesn't always happen, especially when things break, like my computer. Complete hard drive, broken. Thankfully, we've had an online backup for the last couple years because our last computer, same thing happened, the hard drive broke. We had limited backed up, but we had most of it backed up, but I did lose some of my stuff last time. So this time we have an online backup. So everything should be backed up. I mean, it looked like towards the end of the life of the computer, it's been giving me troubles all summer, so it's obviously been on a slow decline. But we didn't know it was the hard drive. We assumed it was some of the software or something else. But you know, this backup's been constantly backing up. But it did stop and say there was like 300 files remaining. So I don't know if that was something or nothing, or from what we could see on the, Jim had an app on his phone. We have everything, like pictures and stuff, like pictures from the first day of school, and so hopefully everything's there. I can't think of anything major that I'd put on the computer that I desperately would need. Maybe some photos for the website, but nothing too big of a deal. But anyways, the winner, MF Hall 259. You can pick a project bag of your choosing. So we have fish bag, green stripes, we have brown flowers with green polka dots, and we have two-toned little kitties with flowery polka dots inside. So bag of your choice, yarn of your choosing, so either a ready-to-ship item in my shop, so something that is ready to ship, available now, so not dyed to order, or this skein of Lucas from the Color Wheel. It's a sport weight, 385 yards, superwash merino. So Either you can choose this or a skein of ready-to-ship yarn out of my shop at www.thecatlady.com. And lastly, we have a set of stitch markers from Neatsy's Porch, like this little sock boot stocking. Neatsy's Porch. I believe her shop is on hold, on hiatus right now. Hopefully she'll be back because she makes some really nice stitch markers. But you will get these, either this yarn or a skein yarn on the shop, and you can choose one of these bags. So please contact me either on Instagram, Ravelry, or craftycatlady@gmail.com. And I will give you a week or so to get back to me. If not, I will draw another winner. So thank you everyone who participated. And on that same note, I've decided to launch a coffee site. So ko-fi.com, coffee. Basically, it's for makers or anybody that's looking for support for things, and you buy someone a coffee. I have it set right now for $1 increments, so just every dollar helps. And the point of it is to be able to continue doing these make-alongs and craft-alongs. So the last two, sorry, my nose, so itchy. My hair keeps rubbing my face. The point, or the last two make-alongs I had, we had the stress-free make-along, and then we had the whip-along. So those both ended at the end of August, and I drew 3 prizes. I did a chatter prize for one, and then I did and the winners for the other 2. And so I shipped them out, and it was like $50 because 2 winners were in Canada, and the other one was local, or in the United States. So, and I think I did it once before where I excluded any international people from participating and said, I said if you were international, I would send you a pattern. So I gift you a digital pattern. And I don't know, I want everyone to participate. I like to have participants. I don't want to turn anyone away because they just don't live nearby and shipping is atrocious. So I'm going to try this. And I've already gotten a few donations, so I appreciate any and all the help that we can get because I'm doing this obviously for fun and just for community. And yeah, I can't keep shelling out shipping costs out of my own pocket because I'm not advertising or anything here. If I get to the point where I can advertise here, I would. I don't like ads. You don't like ads. Nobody likes ads. I get it. I certainly won't be putting ads in the middle of my videos. It would just be at the front and whatever. But if it could generate a few cents here and there, again, this is all money that would go towards the podcast. This isn't money that's going to go towards me. I'm not going to buy myself new knitting needles or anything like that. It's going to be buying prizes, which I thought, okay, the first up, I'm going to look for some black makers of color and get a prize pack together. So that would be great. So I can support our fellow black makers in this time right now and get some prizes for you guys. So we can, and then I can save some money to ship them. So literally 100% of the money is going to go to supporting other makers and shipping prizes so that I can do these knit-alongs, make-alongs, craft-alongs, and we can have fun. And I don't have to worry about stressing over if my winner comes from a different country. So you can go to www.ko-fi.com/thecatlady, all one word. The links are all in my Instagram bio. I have a link tree that's got all the links of everything. And also, if you go to the About Me section on my Facebook page, the link tree is there as well. So, that is all the podcast news. So, I would like to once I generate some funds from the coffee account, I would like to do another make-along. So, if you have any ideas of what kind of make-along you'd like to do, if you'd like to do a type of pattern, so shawl make-along, we did socks, maybe cowls, hats, if there's a certain pattern. Sometimes I really like it, but I know it's limiting, but we all pick a pattern that we like to do and do the pattern together. I don't know. So if you have an idea of some kind of make-along you'd like, I know Christmas is coming, so I don't know if you have some kind of holiday make-along. So that is it. So on to the knitting, finally. So in the knitting news, I showed this off last episode, but I will show it off again because the pattern is now live. So this is my 2001 shawl by Luke Gillian, who is the wool enthusiast on Instagram. He is a very young, up-and-coming tech editor. He is off to college now, so he has paused on tech editing, but he is also a designer, so he makes some beautiful designs, and I test knit this for him. And it's done and is live on Ravelry. So head over to Ravelry and look up the 2001 shawl and get your copy. So it's got some beautiful cabling. And these were really simple cables. I actually cabled them without a needle because they were small cables, so you can cable without a needle and they really pop on the solid color here. This is out of my own hand-dyed yarn. This is the Formidable Sock Base, which is a 80% BFL, 20% nylon superwash in Sunflowers and in Emerald Forest. Sunflowers is available dyed to order. I did not list Emerald Forest yet, but I have something called Dark Forest, which is similar to this, but darker. So I think I liked it a little better, so I just listed Dark Forest. So that is available now on Ravelry. So I finished that last week, but I figured since it went live, I would share it again. My brioche cowl training wheels. So I've been plugging along in this for quite a while. It's just since brioche is like you're essentially doubling the rows because it's almost like double knit because it's almost like 2 layers of yarn. So it's like a row and then a row. You did 1 row, so I feel like it just took forever. But I love how it turned out. So here it is. This is the first side. And this is Training Wheels by Lynn, Garrett, and Lizzie Goeddel. This was knit on a US 8 and 10, which is 5 and 6 millimeter needles. This is using Fiber Stash Dyeworks in Dark Side of the Mood, which is the teal, and Hayride, which is the orangey fall colored. So here is the other, and they're reversible. And this I do love brioche. Just love the way it looks. So here's the other side. I still have not blocked it yet. Really don't need to probably, but I will just to kind of straighten out some of the lines there. So, and supposedly one side's wider than the other. I don't know which side's which though. I don't really think it matters. But, well, it's not really wider. It's like you cast on. No, I guess both sides are probably the same. Maybe I'm mistaking my cowls. Never mind. So yeah, so that one's done. Perfect timing. Once the weather turns back to fall, this will come out. Next up is my Woolja shawl by Ambah O'Brien. So I whipped this together like in a week's time because I was so excited about my Halloween mini set that I dyed. Still available. If you go to thecatlady.com, these minis are still available. This is the Woolja shawl by Ambah O'Brien that I used my Halloween minis. So in order, we have Haunted Pumpkin, Haunted Cauldron, Haunted Mansion, Haunted Winery, and Haunted Birthday. And this is a lovely, pretty much 1 skein shawl. Actually, I think the pattern, she has 2 variations. She has the 1 skein version and the 2 skein version. So but this is, of course, equivalent to 100 grams. And yeah, I just used up all the yarn until I got to the end and switched colors. And pretty much, yeah, I had a tiny bit left of speckles. I don't know where to put it. I usually try to put them over there. So I think I had like 5 grams left actually. So could have squeezed in another row, but I didn't want to take the chance, especially with these little picots at the end. I wasn't sure how much yarn they would take up, but they're spaced out, so they didn't take up very much. But I love it. I absolutely love it. I love this Halloween set. I love dyeing the Halloween set. Everything about it. So I love Halloween. So that is that. That was knit on US 6. I didn't write that down, but I remember that. Those are my go-to shawl needle size. I can't. You can't interrupt me. I can't get it right now. Okay, well then leave the room for now. I can't do it. There's a wasp flying in their house, so great. I'll deal with that later. All right, on to, this was another, I've made a lot of quick accessory knits lately because I've just been raring for these instant gratification projects, and someone was talking, the Yarn Curator podcast was talking about color work. They're doing a sneak along, her and her sister, who's the Felicity Yarn Studio. And I'm like, I've never done color work. I really want to do color work. And then someone in one of my local groups posted the Alpaca Cowl Alpaca Cowl for Rhinebeck. So Alpaca Cowl for Rhinebeck, but it's really Alpaca Cowl for Rhinebeck by Jacullo. So here it is. And you can obviously see that I did some weird things there. I don't know if I carried my floats very well, but and my alpaca still needs eyeballs. But it's my first color work, so, and I got some weird, it's like kind of tight right there. So it's definitely full of flaws. This side's better. Still got some puckering going on there, but it's cute and I like it and it's fun. So going on. So yeah, we got my I'm sad I'm not going to Rhinebeck cowl. So this is the one that's different at the bottom than the top, but I know what the top and bottom is because, you know, it's obvious. So this was done with Knit Picks Brava. So I have a sweater's quantity of both the Peacock color, which is the bottom, and the Dove Heather. But I always overbuy a little, so the last few sweaters I've done out of the Brava, I've only used 5 skeins, and I think I bought 7 of each. So I just grabbed 1 of each because I needed 2 colors that looked nice together. And but the white and the black are Red Heart Super Saver, so that's why I think they are a little puckery and weird because they are a different yarn. So, but I really like that, it's cute. And if you are not a knitter, you would probably not notice all the flaws that I'm pointing out to you. So, all right. And here is another giant project that went really fast, and it's been a while since I podcasted, I know, but I finished a blanket. I finished it in like a week, or 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks. But it's crochet and it's super bulky yarn. So, so this is David's blanket. So if you have been following me for a while, this summer I finished Emily's blanket that had been on the needles, or the hook that was crocheted, for 5 years. That one took a while. It was a big giant granny square, white, pink, black, Super Saver yarn that she had bought me this giant skein of hot pink Super Saver yarn when she was like 5 or 6 or something. I don't know. Well, she must have been like 5. And I said, I'm going to make you something with that, because, I mean, I wasn't going to use it, really. But she knew I liked yarn, and she picked out the pink and whatever. So I bought the white and the black, and I made her the blanket. Had to end up buying more yarn for it this summer to finish it, but then I'm like, okay, I'm going to make David a blanket. And I have had this yarn in stash for at least a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. Yeah, at least 2 or 3 years, maybe even longer. So this is Bernat Blanket. Really can't hold it up. If you go to Ravelry, you can kind of see a picture of it draped over my couch. I haven't measured it yet. It's pretty big though. So it's Bernat Blanket. It is literally just rows of double crochet. That's it. No real pattern, just rows of double crochet. And I'd gotten like 14 rows in, and I had to rip it all out because I don't know how to crochet very well. So I had to I was screwing up the edges so that the edges were like wonky, like I wasn't doing it right. So finally, after I watched the video, I figured it out, and then we were good. So it's 100 stitches, 100 chain, the chain of 100. I don't know how to talk in crochet terms. Is it stitches, I guess? 100 stitches across, and then I don't know how many rows up. So that was that. Oh, yeah, that's it. So that is all. That is all my works. That is all my finished works. Finished needle. Oh no, that's not. I made my notes yesterday, but I finished this today. I'm squishing it now. So, also finished object. Someone's coming up the stairs again. She's gonna tell me the wasp is bothering her. Honey, David, I'm on a video. You gotta go. What's the problem? Okay, I can't help you with that right now. Can't make portals in Minecraft. Okay. Might as well be live, right? Because I'm not editing anything. Anyways, here is my Barley Light. So this is a pattern by Tin Can Knits that if you have watched me for a while should be familiar with because this is my 3rd one. So this is the Barley Light. She does the Barley Regular, which is worsted weight. So this is the fingering weight version. This is in a brand new colorway coming to the shop that is available for pre-order right now that I will talk about later, and it is called October Graffiti. So I love how it turned out. I love the barley because it showcases what it looks like in stockinette, you got what it looks like in some ribbing, and then you got what it looks like in garter, which I think it looks good everywhere, but I'm a little biased. But it's still wet, so it is blocking right now, loosely. loosely blocking. So yeah, I will try it once it's blocked. I will take some photographs of it nicely outside. So that is a finished object that is currently on my whips list because I wrote these yesterday and it was still a whip. But yeah, once again, I've been cranking these things out fast because I'm kind of excited to get them done. Okay, needle adjacent, which I started but then had to rip out. I am making so it is a twinsy time. So I have a friend that we do lots of twinsy projects. So we either use the same yarn, we use the same pattern. So there's different types of twinsies. So right now we are using the same yarn and we are both making socks. We are making different socks, but we are both making socks with the same yarn. And this is White Birch Fiber Arts in the Rhinebeck Rainbow colorway. So it comes into 2 balls. And I believe then I believe they'll come the same. Yeah, they'll be the same color. They'll be matching. So I don't have to match them. I don't think. I'm not gonna. So these are the 250-gram balls, Rhinebeck Rainbow White Birch Fiber Arts. I forgot the label. And I'm doing contrast heels and toes in the leftover navy that I used for my Doodler shawl by Stephen West. So this was one of my very first shop sample projects. The Doodler. So this is the After Midnight colorway. So very dark navy. I started the toe and then I had to rip it out because I screwed up. Like literally like 3 rows into the toe. It was like I missed something. It was off a stitch. So I ripped them out, and it's, you know, knitting navy is not just like knitting black. It's really not easy. So I need to go sit outside and recast on my toes. I am casting on size 0 needles as my go-to needle, 60 stitches, and toe up. I'm still not sure on pattern, so I'm gonna pick a pattern. I think I'm gonna do what's called Geek Socks. I didn't write down who it was from though. But I was scouring Ravelry and I found something called the Geek Socks, and they're kind of like a chevron-y wavy pattern with some kind of like slip stitch in there. So stay tuned. So I don't know if I'm gonna do those or not. I might give it a try, but for now I'm gonna do the toes, and I'm gonna try to do them concurrently. So I have 2 sets of zeros. So I'm gonna try to concurrently knit. So I'll knit a toe, knit a couple stripes, knit a couple stripes, or something like that. I've done it before. It's kind of like my method of 2 at a time, but not 2 at a time because I don't like the magic loop 2 at a time. I just can't do it. So needle adjacent, I'm calling this section. I'm still waiting for instructions for my test knit. So this is my heart-centered bralette with Mint Rain Yarns, Hot Mess Express. So I know she's dealing with homeschooling kids at home, or dealing with kids at home from doing the remote school. So I know she's got a lot of things on her plate. So Crochet Blanket for me and the hubs. So I have 9 skeins. So I use 7 for David. I have 9 skeins of this Bernat Blanket in silver steel. I'm going to use same size hook. I found a pattern called Chunky Oversized Blanket by Krista Cagle. It's pretty much half double crochet through the back loop. So it gives like a little bit of a ridge in each section. So I don't know, some of the jazz it up a little differently. So we'll see how that works. Shoot. I watched a video and pretty much they said to spread your yarn out more. Double crochets ate up the less, treble crochet ate up even less yarn because, you know, you got bigger gaps in there, you're building taller rows. So I don't know, like I want the blanket to be bigger than David's. I only got 2 more skeins than that one, so like maybe I should just do what if I do double crochets through the back? Maybe I'll do that. So change the plans. Maybe we'll do double crochets through the back, and then it'll be the same width, but I'll still get that little ridge. Good talk. Okay. That's it. That's it for hook and needle stuff. But onto knitting machine stuff. I have a handful of just a couple things. So I made a pair of slippers. So these were kind of fun. So this is using the Bernat Pop. So if you recall, I made this very long scarf with pockets in it. And this was left, it's right here. I'm not going to pull it out though. But this was left over from the Bernat Pop, and it's one of those big cakes of yarn. This is a slipper. So pretty much it's a tube that you then, how does that work? Seamed here. Okay, yeah, so it's a tube about this long. and then you seam it in the back, so you fold it in half. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so you fold it, so you make your tube about this long, and then you fold it in half, and then you seam up the heel. You cinch the toe, which that one was difficult because it was kind of thick yarn, and then you mattress stitch up here. So this is, yeah, so it looks invisible because it's a mattress stitch right there. So they're slightly mismatched because, again, I'm using this cake yarn with the chunks of colors. But yeah, I got the heels to match. So yeah, those are fun little slippers. My friend Jen, oh yeah, I mentioned Twinsy, yeah, same Twinsy, my Twinsy friend, recommended I probably put something on the bottom, so I should put some kind of puffy paint or something down there, but I have not yet. But these were fun. And then also with the Bernat Pop leftovers, I made another double-sided hat. So it's like a weird, you can see that spiral. It's kind of weird. You can see it in person, but so we got this side, which is the gray and darker gray, and then this side, which is the darker gray and medium gray. So kind of cool double-sided feature. And then last but not least, this is not a new project, but if you remember, I did this cowl, this infinity scarf, and I had twisted it when I Kitchenered it, and I Kitchenered it all funky, and it was twisted, and I just didn't like it. You know, it just drove me crazy. So I took it apart, and I was going to try to just re-seam it the right way, but that didn't work. So I took the whole thing apart, re-cranked it, and I seamed it differently. Now, you're supposed to Kitchener it so that it's an invisible seam, but I seamed it a different way. That's not invisible, obviously, and I don't know, I kind of like it. I mean, obviously it's a seam, and it's an obvious seam, but, you know, like, you're going to wear it in the back, it's going to looped, you're never going to see it. And if you do, it's not that bad looking. So, what are your thoughts? Because this was so much easier than doing a Kitchener around a tube. So, any thoughts on that are appreciated. So, because if I make more of these, and if I want to ever, like, sell these, I don't know, would that be inappropriate? I mean, I certainly would photograph it so that you know what you're getting, but is that a deal breaker? That you can see the seam? I don't know. I don't mind. It wouldn't be for me, but maybe, I guess, if I saw two next to each other, one that had a seamless and one that wasn't, maybe I'd pick the seamless one. So that is on my knitting machine, which in knitting machine news, after I cranked out this, the counter's not working very well anymore. So it's got a row counter, and it's like one of these little click, 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 click kind of row counters. Well, that's not working, which I bought the very inexpensive toy knitting machine, so I'm not surprised. So, for my birthday, which is coming up next month, I will be getting an Addie King size, so I'll get the official machine. So that'll be fun. So, I mean, the other machine still works, but, you know, it's only been 6 months and the counter's dead. So, I mean, it'll, like, click over every 2 or 3 rows, and then sometimes it'll catch up, and then it won't, and then it'll... So the Addie one I know is an electronic counter. It takes batteries, so, and it's a sturdier machine in general. So that's my birthday present. I might, if I get some extra birthday money, I might try to get the little one as well, the Addie Express regular size. But I was actually looking to see if I could get them both and then just like keep one aside for another like Christmas present or something. But I'm having a hard time finding it actually. So we'll see. But they're just really fun to crank out projects. So. I'm excited to get like a legitimate one now. Halloween bags are making their appearance, so I forgot to show. So this is a pumpkin bag that I made. I really like this one. I really like that fabric. It's like, I don't know, just cool pumpkins. And then this one's from Ebony Pearl on Etsy, who is Kim the Crafty Nomad podcast, and I love that. She had a sale. It was probably after Halloween, I think, and got like the floating dresses and the ghosts and the little black cat. So, alright, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. So, last but not least, I forgot to show off my shirts. So we went camping this summer, and we've been camping a few times this summer, and this is new for us. So the running joke, which my daughter kind of came up with the phrase, every time we would say something like, oh, there's so many mosquitoes, she's like, it's just part of camping. Oh, like, whatever, it's raining. Oh, it's just part of camping, you know, like, and that just became the running gag. So for our final trip this year, we're meeting up with my dad, and we decided to make some shirts because we just kept saying that phrase. So I made a set of shirts that said it's just a part of camping. And so we had all the bad things that come up with camping: burning your marshmallows, raining on the tent, which it literally rained like almost every single time we went, and of course bugs. So that is our just a part of camping family shirt. I should have put the date on it. I should put like 2020 on the back. I still could. I used my Cricut, just cut out some vinyl. So I do have pictures on Instagram of the family. Mine was red, Jim's was black, Emily's was fluorescent green, I think, and David's is like a blue. And David already got a stain on his because that's what he does. He ruins everything. All right. No spinning, no anything else, no sewing. Stash. So, I forgot to list what I bought, but I bought some patterns from Lavanya Petrosella. I don't know if I said her name right, but she is a prominent designer and was hit with some medical bills, so she put some patterns on sale, so I bought a couple. So what did I buy? I don't even remember. Oh, I bought a bulky cowl. That was really pretty, like was it a DK? Maybe it was a DK cowl. I don't know, I bought a cowl and then something else. Shawl? I don't know, I bought two. And then I got my hard copy of Nomadic Knits, issue 7, which was the Michigan issue. So I don't know if I might not have shared that I think I did. I think I shared that I got this, but I got the digital copy and then the hard copy came in the mail. So it's got some beautiful patterns in here, all like Michigan based. So like we got the Mackinac mitts that I really want to make. And it showcases a lot of dyers from Michigan and designers from Michigan. Let's see. A lot of cool photos in here. It's really pretty. It's just a pretty book to flip through. A lot of history of Michigan. This is a pretty cardigan. I don't know if I can handle cardigans because of all the purling, but it's really pretty. Which one is that? Agate Falls. Oh, these are pretty socks. We got the Shoreline socks. So those are pretty. I might do those at some point. Mirror Lake. So this is Riza Knits, Cassandra Rizzardi, who I'm testing the bralette for. So that is Mirror Lake. That one's pretty. Which one is one I really want to do because it has sentimental value, sort of. Oh, there it is. So I want to do this hat because it's called Higgins Lake, and of course that is not to give away pattern stuff. There's the hat and cute kitty. Higgins Lake by Jody Brown. Higgins Lake is my favorite place to go. One of my favorite places to go, and that's where we went camping our last trip. So of course I gotta make that hat. So yeah, so I got that book. I have coming soon, so I found another indie dyer that. So I'm part of a Facebook group with a bunch of indie dyers, and so she had posted something, and I checked out her stuff, and then followed her on Instagram, and then she had a sale. She had like a really big sale, so I bought like three skeins of yarn for and I saved like $30. So making money over here. So it's not here yet, but it's coming soon. So High Fiber Arts, spelled ARTZ, High Fiber Arts. So got that. Life in review. Where are we at? 33 minutes. Okay, we're doing pretty good. School is in session. We're doing okay. Wednesdays, so you've seen both kids already come up here, and I'm obviously here not monitoring them. Wednesdays are kind of off day. They have a few independent assignments to do through their apps that they have, and so yeah, they got those done this morning, and I don't know, it's interesting. I mean, I do worry about their quality of learning. There's a school board meeting tonight. They keep discussing plans of action of back to school plans. There have been outbreaks around, sort of, but they've been pretty minor and they've been handled well. So it gives me hope that we can send them back to school, either some sort of hybrid, I don't know, part-time, I don't know, something. They need to get back. So, but what's going on right now is working okay. In the long term, I do worry about how much they're retaining, how much they're actually really learning, especially Emily, being in 5th grade. But overall, this is better than it was last spring. They have meetings with their teachers all day and a pretty rigid schedule, so I'm okay with that. We were hoping to get another camping trip in, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's just, you got to reserve things. It's hard to plan. We don't know what the weather's going to be like, so probably won't do that. But we have been trying to go out on hikes again, so we're going to try to get our hiking going again this fall. We just take random walks through local parks and stuff, so it's not like intense hiking, sticks, backpacks and stuff, so just walks around the park. The business has been doing pretty well. It's actually been easier for me to get things done with the kids, engaged in their online school compared to it was in the summer. So I've been able to juggle the business and school a lot better. So I've been able to go downstairs and dye during the day when I need to, and still be able to monitor them. And the really main thing is when they go out for breaks. So they have a lot of breaks every hour or so. They have a break, so they'll run outside and go play, but it's like 15 minutes. So I have all these alarms set on my phone that I was going to show you my phone, but I have like 10 alarms on my phone. So after every break, when the break's over, I go and get them. So even when I'm downstairs dyeing, I can run upstairs and grab them. So that's been alright. So on to business news. On to business news. Since we're talking business, my September update went really well. Most everything that was new went. So I figured I would just show you what's left of the update. So pretty much all that's left is one skein of Autumn Wine on Perfect Sock. Oh shoot, I didn't grab them. But 2 skeins of the Pink Lemonade on the 17 micron Merino. So it's the very, very soft 2-ply silk. I don't have my display anymore. I made a nice shawl out of it before. It's very drapey. It's very soft. It's like silk. So I have 2 skeins of Pink Lemonade, which is a very bright, summery, pinks, oranges, yellows kind of colorway. You can see it on Instagram. You can see it on the website, www.thecatlady.com. Do I need to put that in there? Do I need to fit a www in there? So that's all that's left. 2 skeins of that, skein of this, which is Autumn Wine. And I've been dyeing up the minis left and right, so there are 2 ready to ship mini sets. So all ready to go. They come with a little stitch marker, Halloween stitch marker. They have the colorways listed on the back. Tells you what they all are. The orange is not that blown out. It's very blown out there. So it's more bright orange. Tons of pictures everywhere, Instagram, the website. So, but these 2 are ready to ship. I do have a limited amount listed as dye to order as well. So, but eventually I will close all those up for the season. But it's still September, so we'll keep them open for a while. So 2 Halloween mini sets. Also, if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I was going to give one away. So if you want one for free, help me build my channel. And then that was it. So everything else sold out, and very, very happy about that. But everything is still listed as dye to order, so it's working out okay. I still have some reservations about the whole dye to order thing. Some skeins I can dye just the 1 or just the 2 as needed. Some of them work better if I dye a whole batch, but then I have leftovers that I don't want to have, so it's, but then I list them in the shop, but what if they don't sell? Then I'm stuck with leftovers. Stay tuned. I will have a end of season sale. I mean, I know it's already end of summer, but maybe coming soon. I'm going to list. I'm going to have a clearance section on the site of all the leftover stuff from the summer. I'll just put that in there. So because I have some like Pink Party's Hard left. I have Fire Embers. Gotta wear shades. So I got a handful. I really don't have a ton of left, but I do have some colors that just didn't go. So maybe a little sale will help get those off the shelf and make room for new colors. Which now that I'm thinking, I laid down last night and I thought some colors in my head. Now I forgot them, so I'm gonna have to rack my brain and pull those back out for winter. That's how my brain works at night. It's like all the things just start, and I'm trying to sleep, so I don't get up and write them down. All right, anything else? Oh, okay. So now let's talk about the pre-order I have going on. So pre-order is open right now to newsletter subscribers only. I just set right now that if you log in or if you sign up for my newsletter right now, you will get the welcome letter, and at the bottom there is a link to the listing for the pre-order. So what is the pre-order? It is called October Graffiti. So you saw my hat. So here are October Graffiti on BFL. This is the Formidable sock. So we have this nice like rough, rugged blend of orange and purple and green. And there's some reddish tones in there. So this is on the BFL. I feel like the BFL took the orange really well, and maybe that's because you start off with a more creamier base. So then you have my one skein left of the Perfect sock, because I used the other one for my hat. Where is my hat? I'm going to show it next to it. Oh, see, podcasting just, this makes a big mess. So there it is in the skein, there it is in the hat. This is Perfect sock, so this is the 80/20 merino. And then I have the 4 skeins of DK. So I did the DK ones, and then I said, okay, if I can recreate this, we're going to make this a pre-order, and we're going to do, because this has to be done in batches. So the way I dye this is going to be more beneficial in batches. It's not going to work as well in singles. So this is kind of a batch dye. So I have pre-orders up. I have a limited stock number for each base, and I will collect the pre-orders, and then I will close them on October 4th, and then I will dye them and ship them out by mid-October. So this is on the DK base. So this is the Positively Squishy DK, which is 100% superwash merino. So I made these ones first, and I'm like, okay, if I can do this again, then if we can make this happen, and it wasn't just a fluke. So then I made it again. So you can tell there's some variations per base. Again, that's just varied on, this base is actually longer. If you can tell by holding it up here. So the DKs are bigger. The BFLs are orangier, just because these were all dyed together. So these were in the same batch. So yeah, I did two Perfect sock, 2 Formidable socks together. And you can just, in person I can tell more that it's a little harder to tell there, but the BFLs are just hold on to that orange a little deeper. Yeah, I'm very excited how they turned out. I might actually crack open a DK and do a sample of this too, just to see what this looks like. Maybe I just did a hat. Actually, I might do my fingerless mitts. I did think about that. If I do the totally red fingerless mitts in that, I could see what that looks like, and also talk about my mitts. So I don't know, we'll see. But pre-orders are available now to subscribers, so please subscribe to the newsletter. You can get the link to pre-order that, and again, limited quantities on each base. And then they will open up to the public on this Saturday. So I will post the link to be visible to all on next Saturday, and of course I will market it on Instagram as usual. So I think that's it. I think we did pretty good, 40 something minutes. That's not bad. Of course, all over the place and interruptions galore, but that's what we do here. So I appreciate everyone. Again, like, subscribe, share. Let's build the channel. Donate a coffee if you'd like. Every dollar counts. Let's get some more make-alongs going on. And last but not least, business related, I still want to do the 12 days of Perfect sock minis. So it's an Advent style mini. It's not really, I'm keeping it kind of generic, not holiday related, not really weather related, winter related ish, but it is. I guess it will be. It will be winter related because it's winter here. It's winter lots of places, but I know it's not winter everywhere, but so be it. But I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing yet as far as colorways, because it's a surprise, obviously, but I will get the listing up probably after the pre-orders close for, I don't want too many pre-orders going on once. I don't know, maybe I'll get it up. Yeah, probably after. So in the meantime, I will work on all the details and pricing, and I will send out a newsletter with all the information about the 12 days of Perfect sock. The plan will be to get the pre-order up. See, I'm way behind on these, I'm not used to pre-planning, like, people are sending out advent calendars, listings in June. I just started in June, so I wasn't ready to dive into the advent, and then I researched the full 24 and was a little overwhelmed by that, so we're sticking with the 12. Thought that would be something simpler, and we'll do a limited run, so I probably might only offer like 10 total, so I will get that listing up probably next month, and then plan to dye it, by the end of the month and get it out by mid-November. That's the plan. So Stay tuned. I will probably be opening up international, at least Canada shipping. Not 100% sure about international overseas shipping, but Canada, I have some packages, like I mentioned, I have some packages going out from prizes. So as long as those get there safely and soundly and everything went well through my shipping company that I've been using, or shipping label supplier, whatever, then I'll feel comfortable opening up shipping back to Canada. So, but it stinks because it's very expensive. So like to ship one skein yarn, it was like $12. So I feel bad. It's like I almost feel like I don't want you to buy my yarn because it's really expensive for you to spend on shipping. So that's where I am. But I have had people say, why aren't you shipping to Canada? So I'm like, okay. All right. So that's it. I hope you all get to craft all the things, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.